Hello, this is Lighten Up, and I thought I would make a cooking video. Right now I've got some salmon in the oven. It's a little frozen salmon that I got from Trader Joe's, and it has a pineapple and like a teriyaki sauce on it, and it was really low sugar, and I won't even eat the pineapple, and it was organic, so went with that. And then for my daughter I had some frozen meatballs, and I have this organic it's like a teriyaki sauce it's a sesame teriyaki, and I poured that on there and wrapped it up also in a tinfoil packet. I'll show you here. If you can see, there's 2 tinfoil packets in there. So one of them has the meatballs in it and the other one has a salmon. So I'm working on that. And then what else I thought I'd make is some pork fried rice, and I was going to do the green beans that I like also. So here, I'll show you what I got and the ingredients that I have so far. The crimini mushrooms, I tried to chop everything up uniform so that I can just throw it in the pan and cook it all up really quick. I've got celery and carrots, the crimini mushrooms, and they're pretty small, just little cubes. And then green beans, and I've got this, it's zucchini, and I bought this little julienne, and you use it just like a grater, and it makes these really small like matchstick juliennes, and I was going to throw those in like last minute, just get some extra green in there, and I thought they'd have good color. I made some pork, some boneless pork, and I'm just going to take one of these steaks and cube it up the same size and use that as the meat. And then I've got green onions and regular onion, and I've only put just enough oil just to thinly coat the bottom, and that's all the oil that I will use. And what I cheated on my brown rice, because it's better to use brown rice that's been cooled. So I went and I bought this at the place that does organic down the road, and they make really good brown rice, and I'm having trouble finding a really good Japanese sticky style brown rice. So if anybody has any good suggestions, let me know. Right now I've been doing a jasmine rice at home, and I like the sticky rice too. This is my green beans, and I will just put a little grapeseed oil in there, some garlic salt, salt and pepper, and I'm gonna chop up these 2 pieces of garlic, and I'll put that in there. And then I'll be back. Okay, here's the green beans. I'm just about to put them in the oven, and I just put 1 clove of garlic in here with just a little bit of oil, just enough to coat it, and then just salt and pepper. And so I'll put it in the oven at 400 for about 10 minutes probably. And then I have the onion, the other clove of garlic and the onion in here. I'm going to fry that up on high and just let that get going. And then I'm going to put the carrot and the celery in there. And then cook it until the onions are kind of caramelized and soft. Then I will turn the heat down a little bit, probably to medium high, and start adding the rice. I may need to add a little bit more oil, or maybe a little bit of water, just to keep the moisture going so that the rice doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, but I'll come back and talk more about that in a minute. Okay, so I have been just cooking up the onions and celery. I put a little salt and pepper in here and just a little garlic salt. And what I'm going to do now is put in, see, this 1 pork roast made quite a lot of meat. So I'm going to pour that in. And then I'm just going to cook that up till it is heated through. And then I will start working on adding the rice. Actually, I'm going to add the mushrooms in now and let them cook in there, and just add a little moisture and suck up the flavor. There's not much oil in here, as you can see, pretty dry. So we'll see what I have to add when I start doing the rice. Okay, I'm going to add the green beans now and just going to let them start cooking in. I've got everything cooking up here. It looks really good. And I still haven't added any oil, but the mushrooms did the trick and they added a little moisture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push everything to the side. And I am going to add, I'm going to put just a tiny bit of oil in there. Just like a tablespoon. Just enough to spread it out in here. And then I'm going to add this rice and just break it up in the oil a little bit. And let it kind of warm up a tad. Just make sure everything's broken up. And then I'm going to start incorporating it in with the vegetables and the meat and just kind of stirring everything in there. You see it definitely is a little bit stuck to the pan here, but that'll soak in with this juice. That's perfect. And at this point, what I'm going to do, and this is the Aloha shoyu, even though it's in a different bottle. I've shown that before. I'm just going to spread that out evenly. That was maybe a couple tablespoons soy sauce. And just stir it up so everything is really mixed. And then I'm going to even it out here. Everything off. Lower my heat to about 2 or 3, and I'm going to put a lid on here and just let everything kind of cook in and get all the flavors blended in, and then I will be back when I add my last 2 things. Okay, here is the finished product. I just sprinkled the green onions on top. It looks wonderful. It really looks moist, and I didn't have to add any water, and I didn't have to add any more oil after that 1 tablespoon for the rice. So it worked out good with all of the juices and the vegetables. The zucchini, I don't know that I would go through the trouble to do these again, but it looks cool with all the colors and it looks fun. And the green beans look wonderful. I can't wait to eat those. And then I wanted to show you what I did over here. This I made for my daughter, and it's an organic teriyaki sauce, and then I had these meatballs. But you can definitely tell that there's sugar in there. I didn't add any water or anything. Just like 1/4 of a cup of the juice, and it cooked up. I think she's going to love those. My husband was like, oh my gosh, he thought those were for him, but we get the salmon. And see, I won't eat the pineapple, so it's just the pineapple juice that it's cooking in. But I will show you when that is all plated. Okay, so let's start with these first. This is the salmon, and I put a couple pieces of pineapple. I got 1. And put a couple for my husband, because it's just fresh organic pineapple. So
quit talking to the camera, I'm hungry.
Hey, he's ready. It smells really good in here. So there's the fried rice and green beans, and this is my daughter's, and those meatballs turned out really good. I don't even know if you can see how good they look. And my husband tasted those, and now he says he's going to have meatballs for dinner and do the fish for his lunch, and I think that's BS, but whatever. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed my video. Bye.